to the cloud. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live, our team call. I am Michelle Stuchel, and I want to share tonight a branding message called Authentically and Unapologetically You. And my disclaimer is that this is not my material. I have a couple things in here, but this is a presentation that we saw by Michelle Poehler of Hello Fears. And if you were with us at convention, you heard her speak, and she is amazing. And so I want to share with you what she spoke to us in Mexico. Oops, I do not know what's happening with these red lines, but we're gonna hopefully, hello. Okay, and I don't know why my screen is not going forward. And I even tried it before and it worked. Okay. Well, let me stop the screen share and try this again. Stop share, try the arrows, not the space bar. Thank you very much. Okay, let's try this again. Screen share, share. Sorry, everybody. I did practice this, I promise. Okay. Arrows, branding. Okay, branding. You are your business. Hopkins said, "What I do is me. For that I came." Here's the reality. You are your business. There's a reason why people join you and not somebody else. And the degree to which you grow yourself as a human, that is the degree to which your business will grow. This requires you to know who you are. And the more you understand and embrace who you are, the more you understand your unique strengths, what you have to offer, and why you're different, the more your business is going to grow. And it's an extension of who you are. Okay. I wish I could figure out how to get my face on there. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Whoops. So let's talk about our personal branding, standing out by owning who you already are. We are going to talk about the 3 areas that Michelle discussed with us. Self-discovery, which includes your values, your tone, and your unique selling proposition, your self-worth, and self-promotion. Let's talk about self-discovery. Remember, we said that your brand is who you are, right? Your brand is who you are. There's a reason why people join you, and your gifts and your strengths and your passions are not only God's gift to you, but also to the world. And the more that you embrace them, identify your talents, and celebrate who God called you to be, the more you're going to grow. The higher your belief is in yourself, guess what? Your posture's stronger, and people are looking for a strong person to join. You were made to thrive. You have a purpose. You have a God-given purpose. And there are people waiting for what you have to share with them. And you've got a unique path. My path is not Christina's path. It's not Brittany's path. It's not Sal's path. My path is mine. My talents and gifts are mine. And when I can identify who I am and what makes me uniquely me, I can move from a place of passion, confidence, and strength. And that's the kind of leader that people want to follow. Okay, hitting the arrow. I don't know what this is doing. Okay, whoops. Okay, sorry about that. Stephen Pressfield said this: "Are you a born writer? Were you put on this earth to be a painter, a scientist, an apostle of people? In the end, the question can only be answered by action. Do it or don't do it. If you were meant to cure cancer or write a symphony or crack cold fusion and you don't do it, you not only hurt yourself, you hurt your children, you hurt me, you hurt the planet. Creative work is not a selfish act or a bed for attention on the part of the actor. It is a gift to the world and everything being in it. Don't cheat us of your contribution. Give us what you got. You and I will stand out and grow when we embrace those things that make us unique and make us uniquely us, and not trying to be like everybody else. That's what we're supposed to do. And what do we need to recognize in that? It's our values. The first thing we need to identify, according to Michelle, is our values, because our values dictate our actions, our choices, and our whole perspective, our whole mentality. It's the lens through which we see the world. Your values determine everything. It's what you say, how you say it, why you say it, how you do things, how you treat others, the kind of posts you do. Your values dictate your behavior. It says blue little dot. I don't know. Okay. Well, let me just, okay, the values list. These values are unique to you. And think about this. Your values are part of your lens, right? And here's a list. Here's a list of just some values. It's not an exhaustive list, but take a second to look at this list and see what jumps out at you, okay? The biggest companies that we respect and admire, companies like Apple, Disney, Chick-fil-A, they are crystal clear on their values, and every decision they make is filtered through the lens of values. Take a quick look at this list, right? Okay, think about Apple. Write in the chat what you think some of Apple's values are. I can't really see the chat, but let me give you a couple hints. Simplicity, design, right? Okay, Disney. Do you know what Disney's values are? Safety, happiness. These values guide the decision making, and it's like the umpire. Does this make the cut? Michelle says an authentic person makes the rule that everything in their life is in alignment. They stand up for their values by tailoring their decisions according to this list. And they have the courage to leave things aside that don't correspond with these values list. And when you don't, you're living in what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. That's an internal struggle. It's a state of constant stress. And that's not easy. It's not easy to identify your values list either. I'm going to put these slides in the team page afterwards, and actually a list, a greater list than these. And I would encourage you guys to start by circling 10 and then whittle it down to 4 values. And that will help guide your decision making. And here's the deal. This is not to create your brand. It's here to uncover the brand that you already are. You can also ask people around you to point out which words they would use to describe you. I think about Emily Haas, joy, happiness, positivity. I think of Christina, achievement, leadership, Brittany, leadership. All of these things make a huge difference, and it guides their behavior. Okay, I don't know why this blue little ball. Okay, what is everybody else doing, and how can I be more me? Here's the deal. You are not trying to be like everybody else. in this process of self-discovery, you're not trying to pick values that you think are going to make you a better Plexus ambassador or help you rank up. And the reason why I chose this picture, it's kind of ironic, right? We all kind of look alike because we all have these beautiful engraved swimsuit cover-ups that Brittany and Christina got for us. But I know every person in this picture, and each and every one of us is different. There's a retired music teacher, a retired teacher, a homeschooling mom of 6, a homeschooling mom of 2, who's a Southern belle, a pastor's wife. I'm 49 years old, married to an assistant U.S. attorney. There's a speech therapist here. We're all different. And none of us is trying to be like the other. We're all trying to excel to be more of ourselves. And in so doing, we grow. And the passion and confidence and posture is apparent. So the first step to self-discovering is knowing your values, what you stand for, not what April stands for, not what Jamie stands for, but what you stand for. And the second part of self-discovery and creating your brand is identifying your tone. And your tone, Michelle says, is what gives personality to your brand. How are you communicating? How do you speak? Again, Emily, she speaks with sunshine and rainbows. Even her filter is like a rainbow, right? Christina she is action oriented and she is funny. Every other post, I'm laughing my tail off. There are people that, like Brittany, is analytical and she writes very deep, deep calls to deep kind of tone. What is your tone? And it makes a huge difference. Okay, this little blue ball, I'm trying to go to the next slide. This is just so strange. Okay, well, I'm going to keep talking based on your tone. The next slide actually is a picture of Oprah next to a picture of Tina Fey and Amy Schumer. Okay, can you tell the difference in their tone? Oprah is all in her feels and crying. And those women, all I have to do is look at them and I start laughing. They don't even have to say anything because their tone is consistent. I know what to expect from them. So what is your tone? Are you funny? Are you joyful? Are you sarcastic? Are you intense? I'm a little passionate. I'm a little fiery. People expect that from me. That's my tone. Okay. Trying the arrows. Let's see. Let me try this. Okay. So you want to identify your tone. The next slide is a list of tone words. And you will want to circle and be consistent with your tone. Emily, what am I doing wrong here? Okay, well, identifying your tone. Okay. And your tone, listen, you're not going to attract everybody, but that is not your goal. You want to attract the people that are going to resonate with your message. That's what you want to do. You want to attract your people. And people can say the same thing, but in their own tone, they can attract different audiences. I mean, sometimes we need to adapt our tone to a certain situation, but an authentic person feels confident owning her tone, regardless of the place and the people that she surrounds herself with, okay? And consistency is key. Okay. Well, that was the wrong slide. Okay, the next one is identifying your unique selling proposition, your USP. Now, your unique selling proposition, I like this graphic because it talks about what you do well, what your competitors do well, and what your customers want. And your unique selling proposition is where what you do well overlaps with what your customers want. Okay. What makes you different? What makes you stand out? This is where you are going to contrast who and what you are from everybody else. And this is the key question that you need to continue to ask yourself. How can you be more you? How can I be more me? And your USP, your unique selling proposition, can come from your story, your creativity, your ideas, your strategy. Maybe it's your heritage or how you look, your strengths. What are you good at? Like Michelle's great in design. Maybe you're a pastor's wife, your profession, what you've overcome. This unique aspect, your USP, helps you and sets you apart. Like me, I'm not blonde and I'm not 35. I'm a brunette and I'm almost 50. That's pretty unique. And what's even more unique is I've got a 6-year-old. That puts me in a pretty unique position. You'll see me often referencing my age because it sets me apart. This is where you want to be drawing a contrast. It helps to identify how you stand out and sets you apart. And when you can embrace that, it is a place of strength and it's a place of purpose. And I put this picture on there to show because, again, I'm brunette, I got wrinkles, and I'm older. I show people that a person who's middle-aged can be a successful network marketing professional. Okay. This requires you to do some digging. This isn't necessarily an easy question to figure out. What is everybody else missing? And the question isn't what is everybody else doing, but how can you be more you and leverage what sets you apart? Okay. And what's necessary in this is understanding what sets you apart is self-worth. Okay, let's see here. Oops. Okay, I finally figured out how to get this to move because it wasn't moving forward before. Okay, sorry everybody. Unique selling proposition, your story. Okay, compare and contrast. Here we go. When you believe so much in yourself, you make others believe in you as well. I love this picture because each and every one of us knows that we were supposed to be there. And our goal, the whole point of that trip is to show you what's possible. And we know that if we can do it, you can too. And that's the hope that we're providing. And what this takes is it takes self-worth. It takes confidence in who God has created you to be. Okay. You know why I chose this picture? Because it shows a lot of wrinkles around my eyes. Now I could get kind of insecure about this, but instead of thinking, oh, I've got wrinkles and that's pretty darn close, I flipped the script to say, I can do this and do this confidently at my age and be a pathway of hope to many. What is the one thing that you don't like about yourself? If you flip that script, what if that very thing is an important part of who you are? I have a lifetime of experiences under my belt, even before I got married and have kids. And all of those are unique to me and give me something to offer. The person that didn't get married till they were in their 30s, the person that didn't have kids till they were in their 30s or 40s. What if you flipped the script? What if instead of thinking of yourself as centered, you were confident? What if instead of focusing on the fact that you're slow, you thought of yourself as strategic? What if instead of saying that you're a procrastinator, you are present? What if instead of seeing yourself as intense, you saw yourself as passionate? I feel that one deeply. What if instead of focusing on perfectionism, you saw yourself as detail-oriented and excellent? What if instead of a people pleaser, you saw yourself as empathetic? What if instead of being impatient, you realize that you're resourceful? Because the truth is that your greatest strength always has a weak side. They're flip sides of the same coin. But when you flip the script, you're offering others permission to do the same, that they can do this too. Okay. This takes self-promotion, is what Michelle said. I don't really like to call it self-promotion. I think it is more offering the gift of what we have, because promoting our products, our business, our opportunity, and ourselves as a leader is not just an act of courage, but it's an act of kindness, because what we are giving people truly is a gift, that they can be and have all that God wants for them, that their dreams can come to pass. And by you having belief in yourself that you can go for it, you are giving other people permission to do the same. Ray Diallo said, the courage that's needed the most isn't the kind that drives you to prevail over others, but the kind that allows you to be true to your truest self, no matter what other people want you to be. Giving permission to others to do what's in their heart. And of course, when we're talking about branding, no conversation about branding is complete without a discussion about your audience. Who is your target audience? If you are confident in who you are, your unique selling proposition, what sets you apart, what makes you different, who are you talking to? Who do you want to build with? Let me phrase it like this. Who do you want to go to Hawaii with every year for the rest of your life? Because I don't want to go to Hawaii every year for the rest of my life with just anybody. And when you think you are targeting everybody, guess what? You're going to hit nobody. You need to look for your people. Who are your people? Who are the people that are going to resonate with your message? What do they look like? How old are they? What are their goals? What are their mindset? What's their mindset? What are the problems that they have? What keeps them up at night? Where do they live? What do they do with their free time? What are their strengths? Think this through, because your unique selling proposition, who you are and what you have, you are a solution provider to their issues. And in your posting and in your the way you communicate, you're going to be speaking directly to them. And then you need to ask yourself this question. And this is not, listen, this is not something that you're going to just get off the call and have the answers. You need to take this and sit and think through this. How does what you have benefit this person? How do our products and opportunity fulfill this person's needs? How does Plexus solve their problems? What's their pain point? Is it a lack of time, a lack of community, a lack of finances? Is it they thought their dreams were dead? How is what you have the answer to their issue? You know, I love this quote from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Michelle ended with this quote, "Believe it until you become it." And I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. The reason why I wanted to end with those quotes is because you have what it takes. God has created you with on a specific path, with specific gifts, specific tone, specific values, and a specific experience to reach specific people. So take the time. I'll put the slides up. Dig in and answer these questions. It may take longer than a half an hour. It may take longer than an hour. It may take a week, a couple weeks. More than that, you may have to ask your husband, your upline, your sidelines to help you, but it is worth it because you are your brand and you will never reach your potential and fulfill what you want for your business until you are comfortable and know who you are and move in that. And then you're giving permission to others to do the same. Think about who you're looking for. Get crystal clear in that because you want your people to link arms with your people and help them reach their goals. And guess what? They're waiting for you. They are waiting for you. There's a scripture that says this. 2 scriptures I want to leave you with. You are God's masterpiece. And God has prepared these things in advance for you that you should walk in them and have a darn good time doing it. So I hope this is helpful. And ladies and gents, let your light shine and go give permission to others to do the same. So that's all I have, and have a great night.